Brewster and Bobby Mann together, and Cally Thistle get the verdict. 37 now, Brewster, but looks like he could carry on.
He's never been quick, Ian. I think that's the thing to mention about Craig Brewster. It doesn't really matter whether he's 37, 38 or whatever. He has never been quick, so he doesn't really have to be now. It's his touch and the way he takes it in and brings all that into the play that makes him such a terrific target for Dunfermline.
Well, he's a man who scored a cup final winner, Dundee United against Rangers 10 years ago. Dempsey. Scott Wilson. Since the Scottish League was reorganised in the mid-70s, only 2 teams from outside the top 5 have made it to the final of this illustrious competition. Airdrie in 1995, Falkirk 2 years later, both lost. Hislop. Sorted out by Bullen. McCaffrey won the header, a former Aberdeen player, back at Pittodrie. Brewster now. It's away by Liam Keogh back there defending.
I've got to hand it to John Robertson for the positive approach he started with tonight. I thought Bingham might have dropped off when they lose the ball to make up a 4, but largely they've got 3 up. A goal ahead, they might have been tempted just to pull Bingham between middle and front. Certainly will try and get him on the ball as often as possible, but John Robertson's come here to win this. No intention of sitting in and trying to steal it.
His first job in management, and he is gaining quite a reputation. Derek Stilley is leading Dunfermline at the end of the season for pastures new. Brewster challenging. No surprise that it was Bobby Mann who was up there with him. Didn't quite work out between Dempsey and Bullen. Hislop then ran into Barry Nicholson. Scott Wilson now up towards Crawford. Wilson. Brewster. Oh, and he went behind Darren Young. Hit his shoulder rather than his arm.
Terrific knockdown from Craig Brewster, though. Just lost Bobby Mann at a vital moment. Got the cushion on it, took a lot of the pace out of it. He needed a little bit more support when he required it.
Dempsey. Dunfermline got a little lucky then. They nearly presented it to Stephen Hislop. They have given it away now. Skirler beats Bingham to it though, and here's Dempsey. Stuart Gollabet.
It's not a bad ball tonight in these conditions.
Yeah, it's always a bit breezy in Aberdeen, although it's been a gloriously sunny day here.
I just think the surface is so poor, and it's not a passing surface at all.
Well, Dunfermline, of course, usually play on a plastic pitch at East End Park. Keogh capitalising on Wilson's error. Now McBain helps it on to Bingham, who can deliver, but that one's been blocked away for a corner kick.
Yeah, did the right thing, tries to get it in early. Gary Mason going to press him. This is what he did at Hampden in the first game when the ball was played wide. Got a terrific early ball in here. That's what he's trying to do. Whip it round Gary Mason away from Derek Stilley. Couldn't quite get the angle.
Liam Keogh to take the corner. Oh, and it was Hislop with a header and a free header.
Oh, should have scored. Can't be any more than 6 yards out here. Terrific chance. maybe just outside the front post. He's got to get the finest of glances on it. Just doesn't quite get enough. John Robertson knows how important that might just pan out to be.
Well, Hislop and Bingham have both had great chances to score from close range headers. Paul Ritchie has scored. And that's why Inverness Cali Thistle lead against their top flight opponents. Cali Thistle did tire a bit at Hampden as the game went on. Dunfermline have had a hectic schedule, 5 games in 11 days, but Jimmy Corderwood has taken the opportunity to rest some of his main men. Jimmy Nicholl alongside him. Never been a dull moment with those two around. 5. Jimmy was absolutely raging after the first game at Hampden. He severely criticised his team for a substandard performance. Bingham looking to release Roy McBain, but Derek Young got back.
Many classical performances you see in semi-finals. Charlie made the point, didn't expect it to be pretty tonight. Either to either, so much at stake here for either side. First game, we didn't really know for definite there was a European place up for grabs. We do now.
This is rather like in England, where Millwall will be heading into Europe, so will one of these teams. Dunfermline might have actually got there via their league position, but they're a bit too far behind Hearts now. Hearts occupying third spot. Over the head of Brewster and away by Bobby Mann. Bullen now down for Crawford, and lost totally with a timely tackle.
That's a good tackle first of all by Stuart McCaffrey. Hopefully did well to get it behind or get it wide. McCaffrey nice and tight here on Stevie Crawford. Hopefully providing the insurance.
Bullen's long throw. Darren Young's header. Nicholson with another. It's put away, and Wilson had to stretch with Stephen Hislop closing in. Bobby Mann. McBain. It's come off Barry Nicholson. It will be a Cali Thistle throw. Jimmy Corderwood so close to a place in the final. Dunfermline have only ever been to the final twice, in the 60s. Jock Steen was their manager in 61 when they beat Celtic, and George Farm was in charge in 68 when they beat Hearts. History could be in the making for either of these sides. Could go down in history if they can get to the final, although a rather tall order awaits them there against the champions, Martin O'Neill's Celtic. And Bingham will get the free kick from Mason.
It's proven pretty difficult to pick up David Bingham. He's been given the free roll. He can play either side. He's dropping off into the hole to pick the ball up.
Free kicks have caused one or two problems, but Derek Stilley ensuring that there wasn't one there. Brewster, Stevie Crawford, got a bit quickly in. Mason. Mason and Keogh both went for that. Wilson blocked that by Scott Wilson, because Hislop might have been in. Brewster. Here's Bullen. Oh, what a cross, and it's in! It's an equaliser for Darren Young, and Dunfermline draw level, much for their supporters, huge relief.
Well, it's the first piece of natural work they've had in the match, and it's Brewster who finds Lee Bullen. Bullen offers himself in the wide area, gets away from Stephen Hislop, who's caught on his heels. It's a terrific ball into a horrible area for Cali to defend. A good bit of pace on it. And it requires just the slightest touch. Beautiful finish. Certainly not one you could blame Mark Brown for. Just left exposed there, no one matching the run to the front post. For the first time Dunfermline get wide and get it in, they're back in the match.
The two Jimmies delighted. And Darren Young, who learnt his trade here as an Aberdeen player, scores at Pittodrie. And just as they did in the first game, Dunfermline have drawn level. Now Crawford, oh, they could be in again. Crawford forced out wide by Totally. Dempsey. Brewster on target with that.
Brewster again, who wins, he's winning more than his fair share, just pulls off Bobby Mann there again. I think the significance of the goalie is the width. You know, Charlie was talking about Dunfermline would require width, and we don't really have a natural wide player, and it was supplied there by Lee Bullen. And if you do get even, you know, fullbacks or midfield players into that kind of area and they're able to deliver, you're always going to put the opposition under pressure.
Dempsey with a free kick, but that's going to clear everybody. One of the young brothers coming up trumps for Dunfermline.
That's a terrific feed from Bullen, who's played centre forward for them, centre half, but that's a cross that any winger, any natural winger would be proud of. And this young man provided the finish to match.
Skirler. Away by McCaffrey. McBain. Dolabek. Comes through to Hislop. Bingham now. Won't quite come down for him, and Keogh losing out and conceding a free kick in frustration here. Bundled over his man. Phew. Quarterwood's team level. It's a foul by Brewster. Tomorrow night, Champions League semi-final. Sky Sports 1, 7 o'clock. Porto against Deportivo. Here in the Scottish Cup semi-final replay. These two teams are once again locked together at 1-1. And Dunfermline once again have come from behind after an early Paul Ritchie goal. Darren Young equalising this time. It was Craig Brewster who scored for them at Hampden. Up and under from Bobby Mann. Ritchie threads it through for Hislop, and Skirler with a challenge.
That's a good pass by Paul Ritchie. I thought, of course, he was going to take the shot on himself. Nice little ball through, and a good matching run by Skirler to make the block.
Bain will take this corner kick for Cali Thistle. Not a bad one either, and get the chance to do the same again.
Yeah, Skell under real pressure at the back post. He was looking for a free kick, and I think he might have had a case there. Paul Ritchie up with the right arm, putting him under pressure.
Bain tries again. Still he got something on it. Nicholson completed the clearance. Golobec sending it back. Half an hour played. John Robertson really has taken to management well after replacing Steve Patterson as manager. Patterson came here to take charge of Aberdeen. Darren Young and Golobec both going for it. Crawford chasing. Totally goes with him. Dunfermline's throw. Much to Totley's dismay, and could be a long one from Lee Bullen. Having said that, Crawford comes across. Liam Keogh keeping Crawford busy. Swirled out from Ross Totley. Dempsey's header. Craig Brewster. A bit more room here for Gary Mason and for Derek Young. Nicely done from Derek Young, and what a cross for Brewster, and a magnificent save, and Brewster hits the post on the rebound.
That's a terrific ball in by Derek Young. Skins Golobec, deep ball in, Brewster above Tokley, and Mark Brown did ever so well to get his right glove onto it. And he's back up on his feet as well when Brewster has a go from the rebound. Well, it wasn't Bobby Mann, it's Tokley who's out-jumped this time.
Nearly. And Brewster in the hunt, and some treatment for the Cali keeper, who has performed admirably this season, former Rangers and Motherwell man. He's still only 23. Leaving the goal kick for Bobby Mann. Bingham. Duncan. Darren Young, the goal scorer, snapping away at ankles as well. Young brothers returning to their roots at Aberdeen, which was a venue that Dunfermline didn't want to come to. They would have preferred this replay to have been at Perth or Dundee. Certainly not many of their fans have bothered to make the journey up, even though it's only a couple of hours. Bingham looking for a 1-2. And Ritchie.
A typical striker, just one thing in his mind, it would have been some goal. Bingham looks for a 1-2 here. Eventually it sits up here for Ritchie. Wanted to take it. First opportunity. Would have been a special goal to score from there.
Not your average footballer, Paul Ritchie. He's quitting at the end of the season to become an accountant. Can't imagine too many footballers doing that, really. Here is Ritchie. Got it all wrong as he looked for Hislop. Totally getting stuck in for the Inverness cause. Dempsey, the man in front of Brewster. Nicholson for Bullen. Ten minutes to half-time. The pattern of scoring, the same as the first game. Inverness peg back. Duncan. Offside flag's gone up here.
Must have been tight. Andrew Skerra looking pretty deep there for Dunfermline. That's tight.
Crawford and Brewster on the volley, and it was safe.
Well, what a feed. Normally you expect this the other way around. Brewster playing Crawford in. What a terrific feed from Stevie Crawford. I think Brewster couldn't have hit it much sweeter. If anything, he maybe catches it too sweet, too straight. Brown does well to get a finger on it.
Brewster, though, takes the corner. Lee Bullen trying to attack it. Here's Derek Young. In by Nicholson. And Paul Ritchie having to turn it behind for another corner. And Dunfermline turning up the heat. Crawford's cross. Mason was just caught then by Ritchie.
That's good refereeing by Hugh Dallas. Let it go and decided there was no real advantage.
Cammy Thistle on the back foot. Crawford trying to get in, but Caffrey having none of that. Dempsey's cross. Brewster. Oh, and he's helped it on to Crawford.
That's Brewster at his very best again here under real pressure from Bobby Mann, but has the physical presence to hold him off. The support arrives from Stevie Crawford, has to take it on his left side. And really hits it into the ground, but again the example of this partnership up front that Dunfermline have that has been so profitable for them over the last few seasons.
Sweet 16 goals this season for Stevie Crawford and 9 for Craig Brewster, but I suspect he's made a few. And Crawford too. Dempsey. Brewster. Oh, totally let Dempsey in. Here's Darren Young. Brothers over on the right touch line, but it's Mason first of all who has it. Brewster, Crawford, Dempsey. Oh, and a terrible clearance, which is rescued brilliantly by Bingham. Keogh now, but Cammy Thistle just unable to break out at all. Nicholson totally meets it. It's going to come back in though to Dempsey, and Darren Young trying again, and it's stuck with Brown.
Yeah, really under the cosh here. This is a very good clearance by Tokley. Is it this one here? Because Dunfermline have a man over at the back post. I don't think Brown was ever seriously threatened. You're right, Ian Callagher is struggling to get out at the moment, and I think that's coming because the defenders, when they are playing it forward, aren't finding their own players. They've got to try and find the feet of Bingham or Ritchie, and they've got to hold it up until they get up the pitch.
It was 1-1 when they met at Hampden a week ago on Saturday, but of course there has to be a winner tonight, whatever it takes, extra time or penalties. Or will it be sorted within the 90 minutes?
Well, no real surprise that Dunfermline have had the lion's share of the ball, much as they did in the first game at Hampden. I think Jimmy will be unhappy at losing the first goal again tonight. Be happy the way his side has responded. Certainly in the driving seat now.
Totally. Dunfermline are ending the half strongly, very strongly. Stevie Crawford.